Did you know that proteomics is going to be one of the keys to cracking the code to Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative diseases? Proteomics, put simply, is the study of proteins.
I see patients with Alzheimer's disease.
Dr. Eric Johnson is a neurologist and researcher.
Changes in the brain are far wider than we had initially anticipated.
Nick Seyfried is a protein biochemist and researcher. Together, they study the role of proteins.
But the proteins are the ones that are actually doing the work in the cell. They're doing the chemical reactions. They're providing the structure for the cell. They're communicating. They're allowing cells to communicate with one another. So really, to really understand diseases, you have to understand what's going on at the protein level. There isn't one protein that goes wrong in your body to cause a disease. It's a systems failure. The system fails. There's a whole biological network that is disrupted in the brain, for instance, in Alzheimer's disease. So in order to understand how the system fails, you have to be able to measure the entire system.
Brain donation helps proteomics research.
We either get their brain when they come to autopsy, and these are brain donors, which is very helpful. And what that allows us to do is map the protein changes in the brains of these patients that have been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. And then we use that map as information to predict the same proteins that we see in the brain as proteins in their biofluids like plasma and spinal fluid to see if they're predictive of individuals who are living of whether they would get potentially Alzheimer's disease.
What Johnson and Seyfried and their teams are learning could lead to drugs to prevent or treat disease.
Majority of the drugs that are in clinic right now target proteins. And so if these proteins are changing in the brains of these patients, they could themselves be therapeutic targets that can modify disease course.
The research is also confirming the importance of lifestyle, of the impacts on the brain and body of healthy versus unhealthy aging. And getting a blood test for Alzheimer's is no longer a dream.
Within the next, I think, 10 years, 5 to 10 years, we're going to have a lot more available in terms of blood tests for Alzheimer's disease. It's a really exciting time to be in the field.